Oh boy. Okay, I know I don't really talk about video games on this channel, like not as much as I used to, just because I moved from other stuff. But this flop is too good to pass up because who the hell was cooking that Sony to dump allegedly 100 to 200 million dollars into a video game, develop it for 8 years? You gotta pull the plug. Oh, you gotta pull the plug on Friday. So this video is gonna drop roughly 2 days before. Now, to get you up to speed, okay, if you haven't been up caught with all the memes on Twitter and stuff, so this game that came out about 2 weeks ago called Concord came out. Now, it's part of the hero shooter genre, so stuff like Overwatch, basically. Overwatch didn't really started, but Overwatch is like, one of the more prominent games. And of course, there was a Marvel Rivals that dropped not too long ago, which, by the way, was a banger. But anyways, so this game drops, okay, and I shit you not, this game had such a low player base and nobody was playing it to the point where, guess what happened? Sony pulled the plug on it. Sony said, we're going to take our L well, not with grace, but we're going to take our L handedly. So, before we get into the actual gameplay and actual stuff surrounding it, I do want to read a bit of an article going into it, and then I'm going to do something a little bit different, okay? I'm actually going to look at why this game potentially failed, just from like a consumer perspective, okay? Because a lot of people want to be like Western games, this and that, and Eastern devs, whatever. Okay, everyone produces slop. Okay, there's a lot of Eastern games that I like, and a lot of Western games that I like. Okay, is what it is. However, this we're actually let's actually look at why it's bad. But before we do that, let's actually look at what Sony had to say about it. And also, I think Astro Bot drops this Friday, and I really gotta get that game. Sorry, I'm kind of geeking out, but let's get started. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonate with players, right, we also recognize that aspects of the game at our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, 2024 and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. So in other words, this game ain't coming back. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately and will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchased the game for PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Customers who purchased from other digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information about refunds from Steam and Epic can be found below. So in the Steam store, you'll be refunded, and Steam will send confirmation of the refund once it has happened. Epic Games will also refund and will contact the customer directly to confirm that the refund is in process. Other retailers, for customers who have purchased a physical copy at a retailer outside of games of PlayStation directly, please refer to the refund process of the retailer you purchased it from to obtain your refund. So not only did this game do so badly to the point where they have to give out full refunds, all right? You want to know what's the best part about this? So one of the devs who worked on the game had this to say about the game about roughly maybe 2-ish weeks ago, or like when the game was coming out. So it's like, here, I'm so sorry that has to be your first. I do not believe it is you or any other of dev's fault that this game has performed so poorly. I can tell that a lot of effort was put into completing this game. It just came at the wrong time and genre. I don't really care. It was a huge labor from a lot of insanely talented people making an awesome game. Why would I care about a bunch of talentless freaks hating on it? I'm sure having fun playing it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Talentless freaks, I actually came to drop by some positive criticism, but get fucked. Clearly based on the game, you're the one with no talent. Ooh, yikes. Now, a general rule of thumb is that when you're trying to sell a product, do not insult the people you are trying to sell the product to. A bunch of talentless freaks. Now, I don't know what happened in Concord's development. Maybe in like a couple of years it'll get revealed what happened during its development. But for some, like 8 years, and it's your first game, and you're trying to sell it to as much people as possible, and this slop comes out, yeah, I wouldn't insult your player base. Me personally. Now, besides the point, I actually, when I was just cooking up this video, I decided like, hey, let me see some gameplay for this game, because maybe this game, whatever it is, maybe it's fun. Who knows? Okay, I don't play a lot of hero shooters. All right, I played a few, but like, well, I only played the big ones. But you get the point. Like, this is not my favorite kind of genre. So I took a look at this, and when I tell you, the movement in this game, like the way that this game moves, it feels like it feels like an indie team made it, which probably is what these people are, even with the backing of Sony. But point is, I was looking at this and I said, who the hell made this? And by the way, it's not an insult to indie teams. I'm saying like they clearly did not know what to do with the budget. Well, the alleged budget. Because what the hell is this? You look like you're moving and you're barely like it's like it's so basic. There's not from what I'm looking at this game looks like it doesn't look fun. That's what I mean. So if a game doesn't look fun to play, guess what? People are not going to buy it. For instance, okay, that Black Myth Wukong game that just came out, that game looks like a blast. I haven't even touched it yet, and I say I want to play this. Or the upcoming like Astrobot, that game looks a lot of fun because I did Astro's Playroom and that was a good game, or a good like tech demo anyway. So like, you see what I mean? So this game doesn't even look fun. I didn't get the luxury of playing Concord, so I couldn't get any footage for you guys because I wasn't forking over. Well, it's $60 for me. Yeah, about $60. Yeah, so I wasn't forking over $60 to play a video game. Sorry. Say what you will about like Helldivers, but at least Helldivers, I still have a blast on that game, despite the many controversies that has happened to it, especially with Sony. My goodness, Sony just cannot stop being greedy. But then again, what the AAA dev is it being greedy? Point is, yeah, not dev, I mean publisher, but you get the point. So anyways, this game doesn't even look fun. So why would I want to play something that doesn't even look intriguing to me? Like even where I got this footage from, like the person who's playing it did not sound like he was enjoying himself. I mean, just listen to it.
Nice, good stucking, Jack.
I need to reload.
I just chucked a bin at him.
Oh my god, you binned him.
Binned him off. Get in the bin, mate. It's not your bin day today, Cam.
Oh, right, okay.
You put recycling out. It's general waste.
Reloading.
Bin. What the hell?
bin.
Oh, this is great. We're going to play as your local trash band.
Bin.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What did you do?
As you can tell, it sounds very fun to play. So now we've had basically two factors. So the game doesn't look very fun to play. So and this game doesn't look like the people who are playing it don't seem to be having fun. So why the hell would I want to give it a try? Okay, it doesn't even look appealing. And I usually go off of what is appealing to me, but if it ain't appealing, I'm not even going to touch it. And the second part is character design. Oh my days. Okay, now I know a lot of discourse online is a bit funky when it comes to like, you know, this particular discourse. However, I'm gonna say this, all right? I like sexy characters. I like, you know, badass characters. But what I like the most is just like good design in general. I can appreciate good design. You can make a fat person look good. You can also make a scrawny person look good if your design is on point. If you know what your art direction is and it's on point, guess what? I will most likely be like, yeah, that's pretty sick. So when it comes to character design, obviously like the sexier players, the more it sells. That's just like that's I give it. They've been using that for years, okay? In movies and everything, okay? But the point is that if your character design is not on point, you are not going to get me. So like the ultimate combo you want to get is does the game play good, and does the characters look cool while you're playing it? So here we have a picture of the cast of Concord, and oh my days, I don't even know where to start. Like there's more, but I'm just gonna pick this one for now because there's something interesting. Okay, so let me try to objectively assess what is going on with some of these character designs. Okay, I'm not by means a character designer. I'm not an artist. Okay, but I can still critique whatever I'm seeing on screen. So let's look at the left. Okay, so you have like a robot girl. However, what the hell? It's like a business suit and it's like a robot in a business suit, mind you. And like the goggles are really out of place on this one. I don't understand why the hell they put goggles on the robot. And it's maybe supposed to look like robotic or something, but like it just feels like it's uninspired. Look at the girl on the right, although the girl next to her. That jacket does not make sense. Like what? Like what? It doesn't even look good. And on top of that, like that hairstyle, I've seen other designers use that hairstyle and make it work. So I don't know what the hell they were cooking with that one. And the glasses just don't fit. Like the glasses don't look good. Like the design's kind of off. And now let's go on the next dude, okay? The headset and the gear the gear just looks off. Like okay, you get the point, right? But just to do this, the speed run is going to speed this up a bit. So let's keep going. And the dude next to him again, he's just a green dude with like a jumper jacket. On top of that, okay. And I have to show you the other designs. Okay, these are just the ones I just scrapped together. I mean, I can show you some other ones. You can see, look them up online if you want to. But the whole point is that this game doesn't look appealing to play, which is the most important part to me. Does it look fun? And on top of that, the character design is usually just like an icing on the cake. And guess what? Guess what? It's like it doesn't look good. And so, like, and by the way, there's games with some pretty cool designs that have some shit gameplay. Look up any gacha game, and you'll see, like, yeah, this gameplay loop is ass. These characters look great. So you got so when it comes to video games, it's like a meticulous balance. Okay, gotta look. And by the way, as well, I don't mind realistic graphics either. Like graphics aren't the most important, but it's like what you do with the graphics, like what you do with the art style. And let me tell you, Concord's art style just looks boring. It just looks mad boring. There's nothing here I want to do with this game. It just looks boring. That's it. So it's no surprise that Sony is pulling the plug on this one because they say, yo, we're going to save more money, like not supporting this game and giving out refunds. If you see a company giving out refunds, it means, listen, we can either save more money or this loss is so bad, we're just going to get rid of that. So I would say that gamers actually did something good today. You know what they did? They said, hey, we're going to play with our wallets and show you we don't want to play this game. And guess what? That's how you win. And support games that are actually good. I would say, hey, go buy Black Myth Wukong. I see a lot of people have been enjoying themselves on that game. Go and play it. Why not? Go play the game. On top of that, yeah, and support good projects. I know Hollow Knight Silksong is... I want to support that so bad, but it still haven't got any news about it yet. That's gonna be a long wait, but you get the point. So this is undeniably a flop from Sony, and yeah, take your refunds. And if you pay for this game, I would probably recommend you should look more into the products you're buying. And that's about it today. Sony really dropped the biggest flop of this year. Oh my god, how do you beat The Day Before? The Day Before is one of the worst games ever dropped. And I could go all day. Bye.